you guys, I am trying this out with a mic, a real life mic, kind of step things up. I want to show you something on your first barrel, okay? Because I see so many people doing all the right things in exhibitions, and they've been doing the right things for a long time. I see a lot of people doing the right things when they get to their first barrel. If they're having rating problems, I see them asking their horses to like just slow down a minute. I see them maybe asking them to disengage for a second if they're nervous. I see them petting on them. I see them giving them an adequate pocket as I am here. I see that they're finishing the barrel. They're not taking the finish away. They're doing the counter. They're pushing the hips over. And no matter what they're trying to do correctly, when they get to a barrel race, they start having issues with their first barrel. That is when I guess a little bit of clinic experience, a little bit of private clinic experience really came in handy, because guess what I realized people were doing? I'll show you. Watch this. I'm going to turn my third barrel just like I normally would. I'm going to overcorrect it just to work extra. Now listen, Spencer has been off for a month. He is a dragon. I did no warm up. We're not going to hold it against him. Watch what I do here. Do you guys do this? Now ignore him. He's like a monster right now. Do you guys see what I just did? Did you see that? Look at my tracks. Look at my tracks. A lot of times when we're working the pattern at home, okay, when we're trying to be really technically correct, we're doing everything right on the pattern. We go to an exhibition, we're doing everything right. All of a sudden, we go make a run, and our first barrel is always the issue, and you're like, what in the world is happening? And I noticed that with my students. And then I went and did private clinics. I said, let me watch you work your horse at home. You know what 99% of people do? They do this move right here, where they overturn the third. Kill it, Caden, from the train. Turn it off. The train. But what they do is they come around, they've overfinished their third barrel, and I might have to let him lope right here, guys, because he is definitely ready to go back to work. And they do this, okay? Has anybody picked up on the problem yet? Oh, let me show you. Can you see my tracks? You guys, most of the people that are working from home will overturn that third barrel. They will come back around this way, and they'll set up for their first barrel in a completely different place than they would have if they were at a jackpot. If I was at a jackpot anywhere with an alley, I'd be setting up here. This is center with my third barrel. If I was in an outdoor pen, I typically like to set up just a tick to the inside of the third barrel. In an outdoor pen, in a smaller pen, or an indoor pen, I might move dead center with the third. And depending on that horse's style, I might even line up to the left of the third, and that's from this direction. So from the angle that you guys are looking at me, it's going to be the opposite. But guys, do you see? That is a good 10 to 12 feet difference. And so what happens is, if I were to line up here, which is dead center with my third barrel, this changes my approach completely. It gives me such a much bigger pocket. My horse automatically wanted to swing his butt out here. And now I'm dealing with a different first barrel. My horse is swinging his butt out now. But listen, so that's what I'm seeing people do. So what I need to do, actually, because so many places, especially here in Texas, you're running from a center alley, or at these huge races, they're not going to allow you to go in and set up. They're not going to let you do a circle. Also, rodeos, you have to keep forward motion. Outdoor setup rodeos, even indoor setup rodeos, I'm really conscious about where my third barrel is, finding my third barrel first. I don't worry about my first barrel, even if it's blind. The first barrel will be there. I worry about the third. That's the one I can see, okay? But guys, the difference between what happens with my hands, how my horse sets his hock, and everything is so much better when I have this straighter line. So it's going to feel great at home. It's going to feel great at home. But what's going to happen is when I get to a race and I've got to go from the center, my horse is going to be strung out. It's not the same line. My hands do something different. I'm no longer lifting, I'm pulling, okay? So what I need to be really conscious of when I overturn that third barrel and I'm coming from here, I gotta find my third barrel. And don't go from here. Find your third barrel. There it is. Now I do my slow work from here, okay? And I've got to be real careful. There he kicks a hip, okay? He kicks a hip there. Watch what he doesn't do if I take him from here. Watch how easy this is for him. Cool. Okay, there's a difference in how much he engages that inside leg. The problem is, the reality is, I don't run from here at a barrel race. I run from 12 feet over. Even if I line up with the inside wall of that alley, even if I line up with the inside of it, still changes my hands, still changes the amount of hock my horse naturally wants to use. So what I'm seeing is people are getting to races, their horses are falling apart on the first. They're not collecting, they're swinging their butt, they're stepping out. But 99% of you work your horses the way I worked mine in the beginning. I overturned to the third, I took a nice line, my horse felt amazing. Why would I tune on him there? I wasn't looking up, I wasn't lining up with my third barrel. It's okay to practice. Practice makes perfection, people say. But listen, guys, doing the same thing over and over and over again, if it's wrong, you're never going to get there. So make sure you are lining up with your third, maybe a tick to the inside, maybe a tick to the outside, but not in very many situations, at least down here, are you going to be able to run that line 12 feet over for where I'm at and automatically make that hock engage. So I just wanted to give you a little outside of the box tutorial. I hope that helps. I think it will. Be really conscious of how you're working your horses. And it's not something a lot of people talk about. They all talk about what to do when you get to the barrel. They talk about the approach, but they don't talk about how you're practicing your horse at home. I hope this helps.